I want to say thank you to my friend and colleague Stella Liberis, who invited me to participate here. I am a surgical oncologist, so I'm a cancer surgeon. I practice at NYU Langone Medical Center with Stella. And I am also leading the division of surgical oncology at the new facility of NYU Langone in Brooklyn, named NYU Luther. Allow me to give a bit of a perspective on cancer surgery, if you will, a historical perspective, if you will. Cancer surgery systematically first happened about 100 years ago by a surgeon named William Halstead at Johns Hopkins Hospital in Baltimore. He was the first one that systematically tried to eradicate breast cancer as a disease. And what do I mean by that? He tried to remove the primary tumor along with any affected lymph nodes. It was very novel. It was a very novel concept at the time. However, his approach was very radical, meaning not only did he remove the breast, he also removed the underlying major muscle of the chest, the so-called pectoralis major. And that led to severe morbidity for the patients. However, his approach led to many good outcomes in this disease, and has been the standard of care for decades after that, up until about really the 80s, where we realized that less is more, meaning you don't have to remove the entire breast, you don't have to remove the muscle, and you really don't have to remove the axillary contents, the axillary lymph nodes. You can selectively remove some lymph nodes, and only if they're affected, then you can remove the entire group of lymph nodes. This was a very, very radical change in the paradigm of surgical treatment. So surgery became progressively less and less invasive. I'm not a breast surgeon. Perhaps Dr. Chios can mention the current breast surgical treatments, but this model of less and less invasive cancer surgery has now come to the GI world. I'm a GI surgeon. I do mostly liver and pancreas and stomach. We try now to, instead of doing radical major operations, we try to identify very carefully where the tumor is, remove that part, and see whether the lymph nodes locally are involved, and remove that as well. So surgery, again, is becoming less and less invasive, and that's a good thing for the patient. The patients tend to recover much faster. It is interesting, although it is less invasive, the outcomes tends to be the same. So the role of surgery is to remove as much disease as possible and then pass them on to the medical oncologist, who will then try to remove the circulating cancer cells and potentially the metastatic disease. So I agree with my colleagues that approaching a patient with the disease has to do with the stage of presentation. It is a different discussion when it is an early stage, so it's a local disease, and it's a much different discussion and much more involving discussion when the disease is metastatic, when it has spread to other organs. And I think offering the right amount of hope is key. You want to offer hope, and you want to offer a good plan moving forward, but you don't want to take away the seriousness of the situation. If you remove the hope, then you remove the drive from the patient to participate in the treatment. So I think it's important to instill as much hope as you can.